Hello students, today we are going to discuss the revision class for chapter number 1. So that is errors in instruments, errors in measurements and failures in instrument, and the name of the course is electronic measurement. So this subject is there for the 4 electronic instrumentation and control engineering students, and the maximum marks allotted for this chapter is 15 marks and the maximum hours is 5 hours. So myself Vijay Huggi, lecturer in Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, SJP Interest Polytechnic, Nitsoshi. So let us start with the questions. So these, as I told, these are the question banks. So that is the questions which are given at the end of every chapter. So I have solved all the questions with possible answers. So and even I have marked what is the marks they are given. They'll ask for the exam, and the star indicate the number of times the question is repeated in the exam. So first we will discuss what is error, list the types of errors, or define error, list the types of error. So the error is defined as the deviation of true value from the desired value is called error. So there are three types of errors. First one is gross error, second systematic errors. Under systematic we have three types, that is instrumental errors, environmental errors, third one is observational errors, and third one is random errors. So this question has asked 4 times in the last 8 exam, which carries 5 marks. This is very easy and very important from the exam point of view. Second question, write a short note on gross error and how the elimination of error is done. So this question is asked once in the semester and exam, so which carries 5 marks. So gross errors are mainly due to human mistakes in reading instrument or in using instrument, or error in recording observation. So basically the human mistakes what he will do or she will do while reading the instrument or while using the instrument or while recording the observation, they are what? They are gross errors. So these errors cannot be treated mathematically, so that is the problem. Third one is complete elimination of gross error is not possible, but we can minimize the gross error. And fourth one is some errors are easily detected while others may be unnoticed. So gross errors can be avoided by two means. So how we can reduce the gross error? So first one is immense care should be taken while taking reading and recording data, as this is basically the human mistakes while reading or recording data. So we have to take immense care, so that we have to take a proper reading and we have to record a proper data. And second one is two or more readings should be taken for quantity to be measured. So by these two methods we can avoid the gross errors. Next question is write a short note on systematic errors. Again this is asked once in the exam, semester and exam, which carries 5 marks. So these errors occurs due to shortcoming of instruments such as defective parts or worn parts, then effects of environment on the equipment, etc. So there are basically three types of systematic errors. The first one is instrumental errors. So instrumental errors are inherent in instruments because of their mechanical structure. So instrumental errors can be avoided by, first one, by selecting a suitable instrument for particular measurement. Second, calibrating the instrument against a standard value. And second one is environmental errors. So such errors are due to external conditions to the measuring device. And third one is observational errors. So such errors are introduced by the observer. Most common error is parallax error, introduced in reading a meter scale. So basically the observational errors, they are those. Uh, so for example, when so at home you might have seen, and if on the wall if there is a clock, and if you just stand uh, too far to the left side of the wall or left side of the clock, then you cannot able to observe the minute and the hour needles properly, so that you can get different time. And when you move away from the clock towards the right side, so the observation will be different. So in the same way, so while observing the readings on the meter, so we have to observe it properly. If you move towards the left side or if you move towards the right side, so it is not possible to measure the exact reading. So that is what parallax error. So next question is, write a note on random errors. So again this may be asked for 5 marks. So these errors are due to unknown causes, and such errors are normally small and follow the laws of probability. So random errors can be treated mathematically. So the causes of these errors are maybe due to mechanical vibrations, second friction in instrument movement, third one is parallax error between pointer and scale. So next question is, identify the sources of errors. There are different sources of errors. So this question may be asked for 5 marks. So first source of errors is insufficient knowledge of process parameters and design conditions. Second, poor design. Third one is poor maintenance. Fourth one is change in process parameters, upsets, etc. Fifth one, certain design limitations. Sixth one, errors caused by person operating the instrument. So next question is, define mean time between failure or MTBF, or they can ask, examine the factors that determine MTBF, that is mean time between failure. This may be asked for 5 marks. So first point is, it is the measure of how reliable a hardware product or component is. So it is used for repairable systems. Third, it indicates the reliability of the system. Fourth, it is the average time between failures of a given device. This can be shown in the figure. So that is the mean time between failures. Next question is, define mean time to repair, that is MTR, or the question may be asked, examine the factors that determine MTR. So this is asked once in the semester and exam for 5 marks. So first point is, it is a basic measure of maintainability of repairable items. Second, it is the average time required to fix a failed component and return it to production status. Third one, it indicates efficiency in connecting processes. So next question is, describe the need for maintenance policy. So this question may be asked for 5 marks. So first one is, we will discuss what is maintenance. So maintenance is a process in which working condition of a plant or machinery is done. Second, the cost of regular maintenance is very small when it is compared to the cost of major breakdown, at which time there is no production. Third one, the main purpose of maintenance is to ensure that all the equipments required for production is operating at 100% efficiency at all the times. So that is the reason of maintenance. If you do proper maintenance, regular maintenance, the machinery or the equipment will be in a good working condition. For example, if you take the batteries, if you don't do proper maintenance, the battery will lose its power in 1 year or 2 years. So instead of that, if you do proper maintenance, that is putting mineral water, or that as checking the pH level. So right, if you do such maintenance level at regular intervals of time, right, every 1 month or 2 months, so right, the efficiency will increase. So that is the one, that is the need for maintenance. So next question is, write a short note on preventive and corrective maintenance. This question is asked once in the semester and exam, so which carries 5 marks. So preventive maintenance is where equipment are inspected, maintained and protected before breakdown or other problems occurs. So it is important part of facilities management. So the benefits of preventive maintenance are, so better conservation of assets and increased life expectancy of assets, then improved safety and quality conditions for everyone, then time routine repairs reduces large scale repairs. So basically preventive maintenance is what, it is done at regular time before the breakdown occurs. So due to this, what will happen, even the safety or the quality of the machine or the efficiency will improve, and there will not be any major problems in the machine here. So second one is corrective maintenance. So corrective maintenance is where equipment is repaired or replaced after wear or malfunction or breakdown. So in corrective maintenance, repairs are done after a major problem has occurred. So that is the difference between corrective and preventive maintenance. In corrective maintenance, what they will do, so if the machine stops working, so then only they are going to check it and they are going to see whether it will work or no. But in case of preventive maintenance, regular maintenance is done. So next question is, list the types and causes of failures in instrument. Again, this is important question. 4 times it is asked in the exam. So this question may be asked for 5 or 10 marks. So equipment failure refers to any event in which any equipment cannot perform its intended purpose or task. So different types of causes of failures in instruments are, first one is mechanical failure. So under mechanical failure, so first one is excessive deflection due to corrosion, due to wear and tear and due to thermal shock. So all these comes under mechanical failure. Then second one is, cause of failure in instrument is improper operation of the instrument. Third one is failure to perform preventive maintenance. Then fourth one is failure to continuously monitor equipments. Then next, defects in design, process and quality. Sixth, due to excess temperature, that is environmental factor. Even the environmental factor, it matters a lot. If there is increase in the temperature, so there may be chances of what, failures in the instrument. Then excess current or voltage. So if the current or excess voltage or current, if it flows through the instrument, right, sometimes there may be a failures in the instrument. Then failure of insulation, then defective components used in the design. And last one is failures due to the age of electronic equipment. So because once the equipment can be used for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, but as if you use for continuously for 10 years or 15 years, so due to the aging effect, so electronic component, so it loses their properties. So that there are chance of what, failure of instrument here. Thank you.